Okay, initial thoughts, instant reaction. Look at this stuff. Like, are these residential?
Yeah, like,
Look at this, guys. That's nothing.
yeah, I think people live up there.
Look at it. I bet during Christmas.
Oh my god, it'd be a nightmare.
No, I was gonna say it's pretty beautiful.
No, yeah.
That's actually so cool, though. Don't you think?
Yeah.
That's gotta be residential, right?
Yeah, just in this part though.
That's so
that isn't.
Could you imagine having all this underneath you?
Yeah.
You know, one thing I don't get, though, is it's 10:15. Everything is closed.
Yeah. It's
Everything. It's Saturday, Margaret. Every single store is closed. Is that weird?
I guess
Every single store?
I mean,
Every single one? There's not one place open. Not one. That's kind of weird, right?
I mean,
Or no?
Colton should be open.
I don't really know. But Chipotle looks like it's closed. That's weird. Or no? Doesn't that seem odd?
Yeah, no.
It's odd. These are blue light glasses, by the way. I don't know if I've specified that. These are blue light glasses. I feel like I should say it. All right, what do you think, Margaret?
Here, I'll just what I'm saying. First reaction, one word.
Just instant reaction.
Oh,
just
instant
like
reaction.
whatever's in your mind.
Surprising.
Okay. I feel like I feel like you're saying surprising bad.
No, it was surprising good. Just. Are you just slow down? Sorry. You can edit that part out, but that was straight.
You were just saying.
No, it's not talking shit.
What a good-looking couple. I'm 30.
He's 30. But no, I thought it was surprising in a good way. Just in comparison to the trailer, I was just surprised in the way that the movie turned. But no, it's not bad. That's why it surprised me. Because I was like, oh, whoa. That's why I kept looking over at certain parts. Because I was like,
I think it's kind of, it was kind of just like, oh, that's it.
yeah.
Like, not really like there was not enough. Like, not like, oh, it ended and I don't really understand what happened. Like, I understand what happened. It's just like, well, first of all, one thing we should decide is, do we do spoiler free reviews or do we do spoiler? Spoiler free?
Oh,
It was good. I don't think it's as good as people say that it is.
Yeah.
And also, I don't think it's his fault. I think that The Rock did a great job. That's definitely 1,000, not even close, 1,000% the best movie of The Rock I've ever seen The Rock in.
Yeah, I always see him in like goofy roles.
Or like just like cookie cutter like action movies.
Right.
I do think he's funny. Like, that movie with Kevin Hart. I think when they lean into the fact that he's like big action guy, so he became like the big action guy, right? And then to counter that, they made him like, oh, he's the big action guy, but like we're gonna lean into it, make it funny.
Yeah.
You know? And that worked too. But then by doing that, he almost doubled down, like boxed himself in even more. You know what I mean? You're only the big action guy, and now like even the other thing you do that's not big action is like comedy that makes fun of the fact that you are the big action guy.
Yeah.
So like he's super boxed in. Generally, I don't really care about that part as far as like I still think that he did a great job.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I was like, how do you know how big your face?
I can see.
Obviously, you can see. But what I will say is I think he's too famous. That was about as close as you can get without putting a mask on him to make him somebody else.
Yeah, instead of watching it being like, okay, like it's just The Rock.
That's what I'm saying his problem is. It's not like, for me, I don't really care if he's been in a bunch of action movies or a bunch of comedy movies. If he's good in the role, like he's good in the role. But what I have trouble with a lot of actors, and everybody has trouble with this, but the more famous that you are, the more trouble you have with it.
Yeah.
I have trouble with seeing him as Mark Kerr and not as The Rock.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate because I think that he did a great job.
Yeah.
And I don't even really think that he looked like The Rock. I do think
there were a lot
it's
of
actually
things.
crazy that he looks totally like...
Yeah.
Like he looks... Now, I almost wish I wouldn't have seen the real guy beforehand. Because I don't think he looks a whole lot like him. He does not look like himself though.
No, yeah. Like whenever they showed him in real life and you were like, that's him, I was like, that doesn't look anything.
I have trouble seeing him as that character, like instead of The Rock.
No.
I was having a hard time like believing that he was Mark Kerr, even though I think that he did a really great job.
Yeah.
Like he's just so famous.
Yeah.
Like all I see is The Rock. It'd be like if Drake was in a movie playing a role. I would have a hard time buying in on Drake's character because I know it's Drake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, so like the bigger the actor, even like that's difficult sometimes. Like
Yeah.
if a guy plays like a really iconic role, it's hard to break out of that, for example. But The Rock is so famous in real life just as an actor.
Yeah.
It's not like he has an iconic role necessarily. He's iconic.
And doesn't he have a fighting background? Isn't that his whole thing?
He played football. He played legit D1 football. He was a defensive end by Eddie.
Uh-huh.
And then he was in the WWE.
Yeah.
So that also helps in this movie because he knows how to fake fight for real.
Yeah.
That like looks real.
Yeah.
You know, like he's the perfect person to play that role. I think that he did a great job. At times I was like immersed in it, and at times I was like, oh, that's Dwayne Johnson. There's a part, I think we're good to say spoilers at this point. It's good. You should see it. I would say you should see it, right?
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Like it's spoiler free. Like it's not exactly what we expected, but like if you're thinking about seeing it, I would see it.
Yeah.
It's good. Now spoilers. All right, you got warning. Towards the end, as a segue to what I was just saying. Towards the end, they shave his head. That totally killed it for me.
Yeah, because he was bald.
That totally killed it for me.
Or like yeah.
the whole. It didn't kill the movie for me.
Yeah.
But it killed I was already kind of struggling to remain looking at him like The Rock. I mean, Lexi.
Yeah.
Like Mark Kerr. When they shaved his head, I was like, I feel like that was a mistake. Now, I know he got his head shaved in real life, so I don't know what you do. And there was one part towards the end when his head was shaved and he kind of looked up after the fight. And I was like, that doesn't look anything like Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Like anything. But when they first shaved his head, and then he even smiles, and I was like, that's The Rock.
Yeah.
I was like, that is The Rock for sure. I don't think that they should have done that. And what we were talking about before, we're just kind of like, it's not that it's necessarily bad, but it's kind of like, oh, that's it. Is like the resolution. The big stories in the movie are like him and Mark Coleman. So it's like Mark Kerr and Mark Coleman. Their friendship.
Yeah.
They're also like the fact that they're both fighters and seemingly gonna fight each other at some point.
Yeah.
And then the what? Or I guess
the girlfriend.
With Dawn or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's like the big conflicts in the movie. And they kind of don't really. There's not really a happy ending. That's it.
Yeah.
That's my review. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just it's not really again, this is spoiler included, so I'm not trying to hide anything necessarily. I'm just he doesn't even fight Mark because he loses the chance to fight him.
Yeah.
And then the girlfriend blows up on him and almost fucking kills herself.
Yeah, that part was crazy.
And then that's it. They're
yeah.
They're so yeah, by the way, they got back to, and then it tells you that,
yeah,
literally what it says.
Yeah.
It's by the way, they did get back together. They're crazy asses. It shows you.
What the hell?
What was that?
I don't know. That was weird. Okay.
Well, ironically, she gets arrested, or not arrested, but.
Is that gonna show up in the video?
Yeah, it should. I don't know what that one was.
That was great.
Ironically, yeah, that was strange. What the fuck?
Okay. Maybe I pressed the screen too hard or something. I don't know. That was crazy.
That was interesting. But
okay.
So that's what I was gonna say though, is just that they get in that fight or whatever. She gets taken away, and they're like, by the way, they're crazy asses. It's not like he learned his lesson. That's because she had taken it back, or no. Fucking 10 days after the last fight that they show you, they got married.
They get married.
So basically, he goes right back to it, and then they were married for only 6 years.
6 years, and then there's no update on her. I was waiting for it to say she, I don't know, something.
Yeah, they're and she got way better than no. It's just they went back. They got married 10 days later. They were married for 6 years. They had 2 sons.
That's it.
Now, the implication is that he's doing.
Yeah.
By the way, I will say that too. And this will be the last thing that sounds. This is slightly negative going into positive, so that's a good segue as well. But I don't know how I feel.
Do you know where?
I don't know how I think I like it that they showed him at the end like that.
But
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because he so clearly isn't The Rock.
Right.
And so, like, when they showed that part, I felt like it was odd because it was like they presented it almost like it was part of the movie.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, this is The Rock 20 years later.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh.
and then he straight up, this is kind of like what I thought made it cool, was when he, like, looks at the camera and he's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
guys," or whatever, like,
Yeah,
he
that's
said.
cool.
I thought, and like the message at the end was cool.
Yeah.
But they're like, you know all these guys' names basically because of this guy whose name you don't know. I totally understand the scene with him in the shower.
Oh, this.
And like,
Okay.
he's happy. I guess it's because he's happy, even though he lost.
Yeah. I was afraid he's gonna start banging his head against the wall or
I
something.
did.
Like, I thought something crazy was about to happen.
Mark, I thought it was about to show them both crying. Like, he's
Yeah.
crying even though he won.
Yeah.
And he's crying even though he lost. But then, like, he turns around and he's happy, and I don't really even know the emotion for the other one. That's more like relief
Yeah.
than anything. Ending was a bit odd, in my opinion, just overall.
Yeah. And the beginning of I didn't quite understand that Mark Coleman was also a fighter. I thought he was like his coach or
I think it's
trainer.
both.
Oh, okay. See, I was confused. And then they started talking about the tournament and how he was fighting in it. And I was like, wait, he's a fighter.
I will say
Like,
one other. I will say one
that's-
other negative thing now that you're bringing that up.
I just was, I don't know.
And again, I liked it enough to overcome all this. Which we could also talk. I said we were going to do that instant. Look, it's up.
This is instant.
It is instant. The beginning is also confusing because of the time jump that it does, and it's a little bit unclear where we're at chronologically.
Yeah, like how it goes back and shares stories.
Like it goes 1997, then it goes 1999, and then like clearly the rest of the movie's in 2000. But like I'm unclear still now as I'm saying this. I'm unclear what the part in 1997 was, why that was relevant. I don't even remember what it was. You know, because it almost seemed like the 1997 timeline was going to be the movie.
Yeah.
And they like showed you 99 to be like, hey, this is what happens later, but we're going to come back to that. But then like they never really come. It's the other way around. They never come back to 1997. They don't really.
Yeah.
Maybe if I saw it again, it would make more sense. But off the top of my head, I don't really remember what that was about. It seemed like the whole movie was in 99 and on.
Yeah.
But all that being said, sounds like we hated it. It's a critical review. If you clicked on this, if you're watching this part, like if you're listening to everything we're saying right now, you're probably wanting to know what we didn't like about it, to be fair.
Yeah.
But now that we've given you what you came for, when giving you candy and cake, let's feed you your vegetables.
Yeah.
What was good about it was, other than the conclusion, I think that the main struggles of the movie, his fighting career, his relationship with Mark Coleman, and in particular, his relationship with Dawn, I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
All three of those. In particular, his relationship with Dawn.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that, like, I was confused whenever the first time that he seemed to be, like, warming up with Mark.
Yeah.
And she came in there and he
Well,
looked...
that's when it first
he
flips,
looked-
right?
Yeah.
Up to that point, it's like normal.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere.
But then he looked almost like annoyed that she came in there, which like now then like I understand like that she was the problem, that she's bad for him. But at that time in the movie, you don't think that because it's talking about his addiction problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so whenever that happened, I was like, okay, this is weird. I was like, okay, I don't know which one of them's crazy.
But, well,
And it was hard to get a read on
Right.
like, but then
that's why I thought it was interesting because it's like,
yeah.
and just like real life, obviously, like there is sympathy to go around. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like he did have a drug problem.
Yeah.
And he was
Struggling.
and like he kind of was like, you know, he would lose his shit on her, and he was, and you know, what I thought was like the most interesting part was when he gets acclaimed.
Mm-hmm.
That was interesting because like she struggled with that.
Yeah.
That he was clean, and I think that's kind of like what made her go crazy.
Because she was broken feeling.
And she
didn't want to do it alone.
What was interesting is like to that point you sympathize with her,
Right.
and you're like, well, he has a problem, and she kind of like helps him get better. Like
Yeah.
she like genuinely is like the driving force. She's like the driving force.
Yeah.
For like why he goes like gets sober. So you're like, oh, she's
calls
like the hero.
Yeah, something happens to him and she calls it in.
Yeah, she calls
the
church. She calls
yeah.
Mark, the other Mark. Yeah, so she's the sympathy figure, and she's also like by far the driving force for him getting sober. But then when he gets sober, I have to say he was being pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and like that's a tough thing because that's like a real life thing too where
like he was being very particular about the way that everything was in the backyard
or something,
stuff.
aspirin or something.
Yeah, it was Advil.
She got out Advil and he was like a dick about it.
He was like, I have a problem. And like, I'm not, again,
what?
I'm not trying to be insensitive at all, but it's like
Hey, I'm not trying to be insensitive either, but Advil is not fucking injectable opioids.
Yeah.
Like,
I was just like, okay, take a breath.
Yeah.
What he was trying to say is like the lifestyle she was living, which was like
careless about
going out and drinking and like doing whatever, and then coming home and having to like throw down 4 Advil. That's what he's talking about, not the fact that she was like taking Advil. He was like, you go out until 2 a.m. and then you come in and like
you're hammered. You're like living a life where you're hammered at 2 a.m. and then you're like.
So it's the lifestyle, but he was like, you don't have a problem when she brought up the Advil.
He was kind of being a bitch about it, to be real.
The Advil bottle.
To be real. What I love about a movie like that, I think there's some advantages to it being a real story. Just tell me what really happened. Like, that's interesting. That's real life. Like, trying to write something like that is where people mess up. It's like, that's right. And I mean, that's how I approach, like, my business and stuff. It's like, you don't have to create it. You don't have to make it fake. You don't have to, like... you don't have to create it. Like, just, people are interesting. Stories are interesting. What I think that part of the movie, like, really got right was that, like, in a way, neither one of them are wrong.
Right.
You know, like, and that's the thing about life is, like, you know, like... He's not clearly the hero. She's not clearly the villain. It's really like hard to know which one's which because, and I thought this was interesting too. I don't know if a person. I mean, it was vulnerable of her in a way to say that. Not in a way. Definitely was vulnerable of her to say. But whenever right before that scene happens, that we're talking about when she is out with her friend, and she's on the way, and she's like, she basically says like, I think I'd miss taking care of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I was kind of like, that's kind of deep.
Yeah.
Not kind of, that is super deep.
Yeah.
That's super
I guess
deep.
that's probably when she felt the most, like, connected.
That's when she felt the most connected to him. And it gave her purpose. It gave her, like, I have to be there for him. I have to, like, he needs me, you know? And that's what she said, too. She was like, I miss when he needed me.
Yeah.
You know? And that's kind of crazy to think about. Like, that's kind of like a mod fuck to be like, damn, like and that's why she goes crazy from there on because she kind of low-key wants him to suffer.
Yeah.
Because if he's suffering, then he needs her. Yeah. Which is like, damn. You know, because like, does she even know she's doing that?
Right.
You know, like, does she, like, because it appears that she does know she's doing that, but it's like she's totally out of control.
Yeah. I was going to say, it does kind of come across as like manipulative.
It does, but also she seems like she's even too far gone. Yeah, like she doesn't even know how to handle. And so then she, like, by the end of it, whenever she almost kills herself, she's basically lost all purpose. Yeah. And like the way that she feels is that like she gave, which I'm like kind of putting this together now as I'm thinking about it, but like she kind of feels like she did all of that to get him sober, and now she's miserable. Yeah. You know, which has gotta probably be tough.
Yeah, that's why she said she feels like she's wasted her life.
Yeah, like I did all this, I gave you my entire time. Yeah, she said I gave you my entire life or something, and like look where we're at now, like look what we're doing now. It's like that's kind of like I kind of getting chills. I'm not gonna lie, man. That's tough. Like, because I guess I get that too. Yeah. You know, like she's like I basically gave you everything in order to make you better, and it's great that you're better, but now I'm miserable and I don't know who I am, and I don't know. Yeah. You know. Because again, she found like her identity and cared for him. Yeah. So like in a weird way, he kind of took that away from him. Yeah. But at the same time, what do you do? Because like if he doesn't take that away from her, he's a drug addict. Yeah. So that's tough. Yeah. I mean, that's a tough one. So that part of it was very, very interesting. I think that was the best. And by the way, those two people are the two professional actors. Yeah. Like. The Mark Coleman, that's Ryan Bader. He's a fighter. Mm-hmm. That's the guy I told you as soon as it started. I was like, he's a fighter for real. I didn't know that he was going to be like that big of a character. Yeah. I thought he did pretty well.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Knowing that he's not an actor, like you can kind of tell.
I know who he is. So that was the other thing about the immersion. Is like I know who he is. So like I was acting, I was kind of like, you having a hard time with him. He's doing good.
Yeah.
He's doing good. I know it's Ryan Bader. Like, I'm having a hard time thinking of him as Mark Kerr because I know that.
Yeah.
You know who else has a hard problem with that? I don't know why he's acting anyway, but he knows that's a hard problem. That's Nar.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
in that Roadhouse movie, you can't look at him. I don't even remember what the villain's name is. Now, they let him play a guy that's very much like how he is.
Yeah. So
that-
he definitely
He embodies the role.
shown. What was shown? Is that we talked about that online here?
Shown?
Shown.
Oh, yes.
The past version.
Yeah, his color's shown.
Or the shown.
Yeah, his color's shown.
Yeah.
Did you guys know? Did you guys know there's a past tense version of the word shine?
Shine.
Like you did shine. Like you shined in past tense. But it's not shine, it's show.
Show.
True story, look it up. Anyways,
Yeah.
point being is,
Shout out Cody Cope. We're watching his video and he's the one that said that.
no.
Yes, it was.
I can't believe you just said that.
It was Cody
It's
Cope.
not. It's Jermont Hewitt. He said the way you shivered and shone.
Oh.
And I was like, is that even a word? Shone?
You'll have to edit that out.
No, I'm not editing that. Just for us. That's it. People watching are going to be like, I don't understand the big mix up there, but that's a big mix up. Anyways.
I mean, yeah, they're not at all
Well, yeah, they're not at all the same.
same.
And we were listening to like our wedding music and like our like stuff like that. Whenever that happened, we were watching a Cody Go video. Cody, I hope one day that we can meet you and Kelsey, and I hope that you're cool, and because you helped us get back into YouTube.
Question. What are we doing for dinner? We made it all the way back.
We made a whole video.
I know. So
anyways, relationship with the woman, Dawn, that was the best part, I think.
yeah.
Sure. His fighting career was interesting. One thing I'll say about stuff like that in movies is I think that's got to be probably like the hardest thing to shoot in a movie and make it look real fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's it's got to be like the most difficult thing because just like The Rock, because he has WWE experience and stuff, he's probably the perfect person like for that for fake fighting, you know.
Yeah.
It still did look super real.
Yeah.
Like, it looked okay. It was decent. But the ground and pound was okay. It's the standing strike is the problem. Oh, yeah. Last thing about that, though. Alexander Usyk? What the fuck is Usyk doing in this one? And he's like he doesn't say any words,
No.
but he's like a character.
Yeah.
And the movie, he's like in the movie. Like he's like legit in the movie. This dude is just out here, literally the best boxer in the world, and in his part-time is doing fucking movies with The Rock. So anyways, all that being said, I legit thought we would just throw some notes out here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this instant reaction from the car. Should we give a score or anything like that, or should we just say, should you see it or not?
See it or not?
See it or not?
Yeah.
See it, for sure.
Yeah. See it.
Definitely see it. Definitely see it. And let us know what you think. And I would like to do more of these. I guess if you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe and whatnot. This is a bit of an interesting format. But say goodbye and good night. And thank you. Tell them what to do, Margaret. You can tell them. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Yeah, you should listen to me.
Tell them what to do.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, turn your notifications up.
Turn your notification on.
Engage with Hybrid Studios.
Engage with Hybrid Studios. Share with a friend. Sing it from the mountains.
So what do you mean like
Rooftops.
the mountains works? That's even higher. Okay, love you. Bye.